How does a homeowner find the right contractor? Are there like any red flags?
Red flags, like maybe if on Google they don't have any reviews or bad reviews, that's a pretty clear red flag.
A lot of people are very confused when they're doing renovations. They don't know whether to hire the contractor first or the designer first. What's your take on it? A lot of people are telling me interior designers are dead. AI is going to replace them. So what's your take on that?
More and more the consultations I'm going to, people have their ChatGPT pictures and they're like, well, Krista, I took a picture of my office and I sent it to ChatGPT and it came up with this design.
Welcome to MLB Renovations TV. This is the channel where we discuss luxury renovations, smart designs, and the business behind everything real estate, construction, and design. Today's episode is very, very special. Today, I'm going to interview a very, very talented interior designer called Krista Toman. She specializes in interior design for commercial and renovation spaces. We're going to talk about design, we're going to talk about construction, renovation, and we're going to talk about new trends in the business and in the renovation and the design space. So stay tuned. Let's go. Hey Krista, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's keeping you busy these days?
A lot of things, lots of big projects, a variety of projects. Lots of inspiring home shows this time of year that I've been attending.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Some traveling.
Okay. So tell me about yourself. What do you do and how long have you been in the industry?
So I run Toman Interiors, which is an interior design firm, and we cover quite a few things. So what we offer our clients is 3 different types of packages, which can be applied to both residential homes or commercial, like offices, restaurants, cafes, that sort of thing. So we have a variety of packages where number 1 is more like the decorating, furnishing, the aesthetic side of things.
Okay.
Where no construction is involved, no like floor plans, no measurements, no contractors are really needed for that.
Okay.
Package 2 is where, let's say you're doing a basement and you want like the flooring changed, maybe a bedroom added, a little kitchen or something, and you need help designing the actual space planning. So we'll come in and like take all the measurements, create the floor plans, also help you source all the finishes. But then you take that design package and go find a contractor.
Okay.
And then we're not really involved anymore. And then the third option is where we're very hands-on throughout the construction process too. So we can recommend contractors, and then we're on site more, and we're also like doing all the original space planning from the first 2 packages, and then we can help with the decorating and furnishing afterwards.
So, okay, and when did you start this business? When did you come into this industry?
So we started the business almost 9 years ago.
Nice.
So we've had lots of variety of projects all throughout the GTA and like Guelph, Vaughan, into Burlington, Hamilton. We've done like some home flips or custom home builds and lots of renovations.
So mostly you would say that you're into residential design.
Primarily, yeah. So we do some restaurants depending on the scale of the project and location. We've also done like a lot of clinics, like doctor's offices, psychologists, clinics, that type of thing. But primarily residential.
That's your forte.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how does a homeowner find the right contractor? Are there like any red flags or anything?
Yeah, so finding the right contractor is very important. And a lot of homeowners will ask me, who do I go to? So usually I recommend to them, like we at Toman Interiors have worked with quite a few contractors, so we can either refer ours or I tell them to do a lot of research themselves so they are finding the right fit for their project. So research can look like maybe they have a friend or a family member that just did a renovation and they loved their contractor. So you could get a quote from them because you have a good referral. Or you can, do a Google search for some local contractors in your area. Start with like a phone call, just reach out, see if they even have time for your project that year and if like your budget aligns with what they take on. And then narrow it down maybe to 2 or 3, invite them to your home and just be prepared like with a couple questions for them. Have your scope of work pretty solidified by the time they get there so that you're able to explain to them what you're looking for. And then just paying attention to like how they communicate with you. Are they educating you on their processes, their project management style? Are they like, maybe they're showing you pictures of past projects that they've done? Those are all really good things to look out for. But some red flags, like maybe if on Google they don't have any reviews or bad reviews, that's a pretty clear red flag. If they are not being very responsive, like taking weeks to get back to you with the quote, maybe that's a bit of a sign that they're too busy. Maybe they can't take you on right now. And another question I like to ask them is like how many projects they run at a time. So if it's a small firm and they have like 6 at a time, they may not be able to give your project the attention that it requires. But if it's like quite a big firm and they have the capacity to be running those and still be on your job site as frequently as possible, then that's a good thing to look out for.
Okay. So, question for you. Okay. A lot of people are very confused when they're doing renovations and they don't know whether to hire the contractor first or the designer first. What's your take on it?
That's a good question. And I've seen it go both ways. But I would say the most frequently a homeowner will reach out to a contractor first.
Yes.
And the contractor will go to their place and then they quickly realize like, okay, the homeowner doesn't have a clear idea of what they actually want. So that's when the contractor will encourage the homeowner to look into a design firm and like just explain to them how a designer could help them like solidify the scope of work and figure out what actually is going to make a renovation like efficient for them.
So, why do you think they should go hire a designer first rather than design it themselves or go online and do like Pinterest or all that stuff, Like most of the homeowners, they think like they're designers themselves.
Yes.
So why do you think they should hire a designer first and then go for a contractor?
So the designer is able to, like in that first meeting with you, it's quite a extensive meeting where the designer is trying to figure out how you function in your home.
Okay.
And like what is not working in your current layout and what the space needs for your specific family lifestyle, right? So the designer is taking all of that information of how to create a functional space for you, which is where the expertise comes in. And Pinterest can show you beautiful concepts,
Yes.
but it's not going to work for you if it doesn't know your lifestyle, right?
Yes.
So having the clear plan, we can then create a much more accurate scope of work for the contractor to follow, which means they can quote it more accurately and stay within your budget with much fewer like change orders happening throughout the project.
Plus, I think designers also bring in a lot of experience, a lot of market knowledge to the project.
Yes, we do.
And a lot of material selection they can help with, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of like really trusted vendors to work with for our materials and furniture, lighting, that sort of thing.
Okay, good to know. So, have you ever seen any renovation gone wrong? Any stories?
So I would say like within the 9 years and a couple hundred projects under our belt, we've seen some that haven't gone as smoothly as we would have liked to.
Okay.
But it's always for a variety of reasons. And the key reason tends to be just the communication falls short somehow. So I always tell like our homeowners and our clients that a renovation is really a team work, right?
Okay.
You like your contractor, the designer, the homeowner, we're all part of a team, and we all are responsible for communicating properly. So some examples of where it can fall short are if like the contractor and designer, maybe they're not updating the homeowner as frequently. And so expectations of when they're going to be on site and then they don't show up, but a tradesman wasn't available that day. So that's kind of a lack of communication, right? Or other times, maybe the homeowner is taking weeks to get back to the designer to make a decision, which can create delays, and then that has a ripple effect throughout the project, right? So it's really like everybody is responsible for coming to the table, putting the time, the energy into it.
So it's not only
And
the
running.
contractor or the designer, it's the homeowner also who's responsible.
Yeah, but ultimately it's the contractor and designer who should have a proper process in place and
Okay.
explain that really clearly at the start. But then if we're saying like our processes, we want to get, let's say, flooring decided within the next week or two. But if the client isn't making time to come to the showroom with us, then that's a delay already, right? So it's just little things that can
And how do you
add
deal
up.
with these kind of clients?
Well, it's just usually conversations with them, just saying like we totally understand this renovation is on top of your work, your family, holidays, all that. But if you want it to run smoothly, like it's a give and take relationship, right?
So they really have to focus on their renovations, right?
Yeah. Like I would say there's definitely times where I've gone to see a client and let's say I know they're having a baby within the next month. I usually just say, this is going to be an extra stress. Like, are you ready for it? Or do you want to wait maybe 5 or 6 months and then we can revisit the project? That's just an example.
So have you ever encountered a client who's like rushing you and like, has the unrealistic expectations? Have you ever
Yeah.
encountered a client like that?
Oh yeah, I would say most clients are like, we want this done yesterday,
Okay.
but I don't blame them because really it's up to me to educate them on how long things take because they don't know and they shouldn't have to know, right? So even from that first consultation with people, like one of the first questions is, when do you expect this project to be completed? And if they're already saying, I want this whole bathroom done within 5 weeks, right away it's like, that's not going to happen. Because the design process takes time, going through it with the contractor takes time, ordering the materials takes time. So unless you're maybe getting everything like in stock and at the nearest big box store, but we tend not to have clients that are looking.
And usually how long does it take to design and build a new bathroom or renovate a bathroom?
It depends how complex the design is. Like there was a
Let's say it's an average 4-piece master bathroom, sorry. And so how long do you think is the realistic timeline clients should have in mind?
I would say ideally we take the project on and then within a month we have the design and space planning done. And then within the month after that we have everything selected, like the plumbing fixtures, lighting, tiles,
Everything ordered.
everything ordered.
Yeah.
So everything is pretty much on site or at least delivered within 1 to 2 weeks of when construction starts. And then construction usually 5 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what your timeline is. Okay.
Roughly.
So let's say if somebody has a large budget, let's say $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 budget to renovate a home,
Yeah.
So what are the things they should not cheap out on?
I would it kind of depends on what the project is. Like, let's say we're using the bathroom example. And you could do the bathroom in $50K, but let's say they have like $80K to spend on it.
Yeah.
So
We're talking about a master bathroom.
Yeah. So I would recommend that they put the money towards the plumbing fixtures is very important. But what homeowners don't often realize is, like, when you have, let's say, your shower faucet, there's a piece behind the wall called the rough-in, which the clients don't see.
Yes.
And they don't know that you could cheap out on that and have a beautiful shower faucet. But it's that piece that's behind the wall that you should be spending more money on, because if that piece leaks or breaks or malfunctions, that's behind your walls. It's behind your tiles, and it's a mess to fix. So that's something you wouldn't want to cheap out on. Just do it properly.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, like, the tiles, like, there's a million tiles out there to choose from. But you can see quality differences within like 5 to 10 years of walking on it every day, right? So just the things that you use daily, put the money into that.
So, question for you. Do you like wall-hung vanities or freestanding vanities?
Usually the freestanding, I feel more confident in them. Just with...
No, in design sense.
In design sense, yeah. It depends on the style. Like, if it's a very modern bathroom, the wall hung is nice. Okay. And it is a dream to clean under because there's nothing there. You can just clean very easily. But for a more traditional or like Victorian bathroom, the freestanding makes more sense.
I'm seeing a trend in, like, showers, steam showers. Is it something in trend right now or what?
Yeah, some clients like that, or the built-in sauna system.
Yes.
If that's a luxury item that people
we're talking about luxury renovations.
Yeah. So they do like to go for that.
Yeah. Okay. And so what separates, let's move on to the kitchen. So what separates a nice kitchen from a luxury kitchen?
Several things. So right away
So let's say, what's a nice kitchen for you? And then what's a luxury kitchen for you?
Like, I don't know, IKEA could be a nice kitchen.
Okay.
But a luxury kitchen is a custom, very well thought out kitchen. So you're looking at the type of wood that the cabinets are made out of. You're looking at the hardware that if you're opening a drawer 20 times a day, you need it to have good hardware. You're looking at the countertops. Like, if it's a cheaper quartz, it's going to stain very quickly. But if it's a higher end quartz, you're looking at natural stones, like thicker slabs, that elevates it. And then you're also, for a luxury kitchen, you're looking at the inserts. So like the custom cutlery organizers and like the
garbage pullouts,
all paneled appliances. All those things will elevate the kitchen.
Obviously, lighting also plays a big role.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a big fan of those motion sensor lights in kitchens?
No.
No,
those tend to look... if it's, again, like a very high technology kitchen, then it fits.
Okay.
But it doesn't always work well.
Okay. And so are open concept layouts still in style?
It depends on the house.
Okay.
Like if you're looking at an older century home, those tend to have the smaller rooms. And lots of people will take down walls and open it up, right?
Yes.
Which works for some people. Maybe with younger families, you like to have eyesight on the kids at all times. But some spaces, like, they just are calling for cozier, smaller rooms, or like a more intimate dining room where you're not seeing the mess of the dinner you just made in the kitchen while you're eating. There's pros and cons to
I
both.
guess bigger homes will have like a closed kitchen, and then I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I've seen both. I've seen both where it's like a huge kitchen with a big island and then the dining tables right there. So you're seeing everything.
And the family room and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
they're almost like back to back.
Yes.
Which definitely works for some families. I think if you're one to host a lot, it's nice to have a separate dining room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So, but tell me which renos, like, increase the value of the home.
I think if your home has opportunity for an addition, like adding square footage to the home, will always increase resale. Also, the bathrooms, kitchens, those are two big things. And the curb appeal. So that's the exterior.
Okay.
Because, like, let's say a new roof, new windows, like that is a big ticket item.
What about landscaping? Does landscaping help?
Landscaping really helps. Redoing the driveway if it's crumbling, even if it's painting the brick or something, redoing the facade.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And so, what's one upgrade? Okay. Let's say if I have $5,000 to spend, what's one upgrade which you would recommend, which will make which will make my house look wow?
With $5K.
Yes.
Big
impact.
Big impact, yes. I think painting will get you like a very fresh impact.
Okay.
For 5,000. Or if flooring, I would say would be another one. Like if there's carpet in the room, maybe replace that with hardwood.
What about lighting?
Yeah, lighting. Lighting has a big impact. If it's very dim, it feels older sometimes.
Like I see a lot of older homes, they have like those ugly lights. Ceiling flush mounts.
Yeah.
And you could do like nice spotlights and stuff,
Yeah.
to make it look really nice and open.
Yeah, but by the time you're calling an electrician to the house, your 5K is not going to go too
Almost
far.
5K, 5 to 10K, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so what design trends do you think will dominate the next 3 or 5 years in residential construction or design?
Design trends. There have been a few I'm starting to see, like in the color palette sense.
Okay.
Lots of like browns, deep chocolate, like espresso brown. That color is really coming in. And then like the natural textures and materials, those are always good. And then people are still focused on sustainability. That will always be a trend. And we're still seeing a lot of like the rounded furniture, very soft corners, not so much.
What do you call that design?
Like organic is kind of the term many people are saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say if somebody wants to like their home to look like a hotel, what should they do?
Like a hotel.
Like they're renovating, they want to look posh.
Yeah.
And like, what should they focus on?
Well, when I think of a hotel, like a very luxurious hotel, I'm thinking about the quality.
Okay.
Like the quality of the carpet, the quality of the bedding, the artwork that's in there, right? The quality and the sturdiness. Okay. If you sit on the chair, you don't want to feel like it's going to collapse underneath you. And then I also think about the function. So proper design spaces will feel luxurious because they are designed with intention of the human that's using it, right? So like let's say in the hotel, for example, if you're already cozy in bed and then you're like, oh, I have to get up and go all the way across the room to turn out the light switch. That's a poorly designed space. Whereas having like the wall sconce that you can control right there, that's like it's
and that's
luxury.
not going to cost that much.
No, it won't. If it's thought out properly beforehand, it won't cost much. If it's an afterthought and the electrician has already done all his
Yeah.
rough-ins, then it's going to cost you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about AI? What do you think? So a lot of people are telling me, interior designers are dead.
Mm-hmm.
AI is going to replace them. So
Yeah.
what's your take on that?
That's been an interesting one to navigate. I think like more and more the consultations I'm going to, people have their ChatGPT pictures and they're like, well, Krista, I took a picture of my office and I sent it to ChatGPT and it came up with this design, which is fine. There's no stopping people from doing that. Even myself would do that just to see what people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know that ChatGPT does not know how you use that space. So it'll give you a beautiful office, but it doesn't know like how if you and your kids are in there at the same time, like the space planning.
Yep.
It's not going to tell you everything when it comes to the
So
function.
you think your job is not in danger then?
No.
No?
I don't think so. No, like proper interior design is not going to get taken over by AI.
Okay. Maybe you
Little-
can develop your own AI.
I could. Like little decor things like how to style a fireplace mantle.
Yeah.
People will use Pinterest. They already have been. And like ChatGPT, that's just little things. But it's the actual like construction drawings, the millwork drawings, all of that. I'll be surprised if it gets taken over.
Okay. Question.
Yeah.
Quartz countertop are overhyped?
Quartz?
Yeah.
I think those are almost starting to fade away a little bit actually because the porcelain is really coming in.
Okay.
And the Decton product, different types of stones are overtaking quartz.
So what do you prefer, quartz or granite?
I like granite because it's a natural stone, but it doesn't
Expensive.
fit everyone's budget. Yeah.
Okay. And what about so I saw a lot of like people doing matte black finishes. So do you think it's a timeless thing or it's just a trend which will fade away?
I think it will always have a place.
Okay.
I think a lot of people like the black, so it's gonna be around for a while. And lots of people are doing black windows now, so that will be around for a few more years.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't fit every style.
Okay. And what about white kitchens? Are they dead?
No, the white kitchen, people are going more towards like a soft, warm white.
Like beige or something like that?
Yeah.
Earthy
Or
tones.
even just like, it's just not like a white. It's just a yellow white or like a slight gray white.
Antique white.
Yeah.
Okay. So white kitchens are here to stay.
Yeah.
They're like timeless, classics.
Yeah.
They're like safe,
Yeah.
a safe choice.
They are. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the number one regret, in your opinion, homeowners have after renovating?
Oh. Well, hopefully no regrets if we did our job right. I would say I have noticed when people like they don't put the money into maybe let's say their kitchen,
Okay.
and once it's all done they realize like, oh, I should have gone for the maple interiors of the drawers rather than like the basic melamine interiors.
What do you like, melamine or
Wood for sure.
wood for sure?
Yeah, solid.
What kind of wood do you like, red or white?
Well, it's usually either like maple or walnut. If the client can afford walnut, I'll go that way.
Okay. What's your ideal client?
Our ideal client is we tend to gravitate towards those who are like newly retired, empty nesters. They're ready to invest in their home and they appreciate quality, They know what they like. We love working with them, but we would never turn down, like, let's say, a new homeowner or a new build, something like that for a younger family. We do custom home builds.
Okay. And how do people find you if they want to book a consultation or take advice from you?
On the website is the best. So it's just tomaninteriors.com. They can go submit the form there. Instagram is Toman Interiors. TikTok, Toman Interiors.
Do you have a TikTok?
Yeah, but it's still, it's under construction.
All right. Thank you, Krista, for being here in the podcast, and looking forward to working with you in the future projects. I hope you liked our podcast. If you liked our content, please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for our next episode. Thank you.